Imagine you're out on a beautiful hike, miles from anywhere. When you smell it, smoke, you look up and see a terrifying orange glow on the horizon. A wildfire is heading your way. Panicking is the worst thing you can do. Knowing the right steps to take can literally save your life. Today, we're going to cover exactly how to survive a wildfire if you're caught in the wilderness. This isn't just about theory. These are practical life-saving actions you need to know before you ever step foot on a trail. First things first, situational awareness. This starts before you even leave home. Always check the fire danger levels for the area you're visiting. Look at weather forecasts. Are there high winds, low humidity, or lightning storms predicted? These are all major red flags. When you're on the trail, constantly be aware of your surroundings. Look for smoke plumes. Listen for the sound of crackling fire, and pay attention to the direction of the wind. A sudden change in wind can turn a distant threat into an immediate crisis. If you see or smell smoke, don't ignore it. Your senses are your first line of defense. Get out a map, physical or digital, and pinpoint your location. Identify multiple escape routes. Don't rely on just one path out. If you determine a wildfire is close and moving towards you, your immediate goal is to get out of its path. This is not the time to be a hero or to try and retrieve your gear. Your life is the only thing that matters. Move away from the fire, preferably downhill or perpendicular to the direction the fire is spreading. Fires tend to move much faster uphill because heat rises and preheats the fuel above it. So, heading down is almost always safer. Look for natural fire breaks, areas with little or no fuel. This could be a wide river, a large lake, a rocky ridge, or a recent burn scar where there's nothing left to burn. These are your safest destinations. Avoid narrow valleys, canyons, or chimneys, as fire can be funneled through them at incredible speeds, creating a death trap. As you're moving, travel on the side of the fire that the wind is blowing away from. This is called the flank of the fire. The head of the fire, pushed by the wind, is the most intense and fastest moving part. The back of the fire is the slowest, but it's still dangerous. Flanking the fire puts you in a much safer position. Use your compass or GPS to maintain your bearing and don't get disoriented. If you're with a group, stay together. Communication is key. Make decisions as a team and ensure no one gets left behind. If you have cell service, which is a big if, call emergency services immediately. Give them your exact location, the fire's location and direction of travel, and how many people are in your group. But do not depend on having service. You must be prepared to self-rescue. Let's talk about what to do if you can't outrun the fire. This is a last resort scenario, but you need to know it. If you're trapped, your goal is to find a survival zone. This is an area where you can wait for the fire to pass over you. Again, look for places with minimal fuel. A large, open, rocky area is ideal. A body of water like a lake or a wide, slow-moving river can also be a lifesaver. Get into the water, but be cautious. Don't go so deep that you risk drowning or hypothermia. Try to stay near the shore, away from the intense heat of the bank. Submerge yourself, leaving just your head out to breathe. Use a wet cloth, like a bandana or a piece of your shirt, to cover your mouth and nose. This will help filter out smoke and ash and prevent you from inhaling superheated air, which can sear your lungs. If there's no water or large clearing, you may have to create your own survival zone. Find the sparsest area of vegetation you can, a ditch, a depression in the ground, or the leeward side of a large rock can offer some protection. Frantically try to clear a small area of all flammable material, grass, leaves, twigs, everything, right down to the bare mineral soil. You need a space at least 10 to 15 feet in diameter if possible. Once you've cleared it, lie face down in the center. Cover yourself with anything non-flammable you might have, like a wool blanket or even just dirt. Dig into the soil if you can. Stay low to the ground where the air is cooler and has more oxygen. The air temperature just a few feet up can be hundreds of degrees hotter. Breathing is going to be your biggest challenge. The smoke from a wildfire is a toxic mix of carbon monoxide and other poisonous gases. Inhaling it can quickly incapacitate you. That wet cloth over your nose and mouth is critical. If you have a water bottle, keep it with you and keep that cloth damp. Breathe slowly and shallowly. This is going to be terrifying. The noise will be like a freight train. The heat will be immense, and it will be dark from the smoke. You have to fight the urge to stand up and run. Stay down until the main fire front is passed. You will know it has passed when the roaring sound diminishes and the intense radiant heat starts to subside. This might take several minutes, and it will feel like an eternity. After the fire front passes, don't immediately assume you're safe. The ground will be extremely hot, and there will be smoldering stumps, hot spots, and falling trees, which are now called snags. Be extremely careful where you step. Your boots might melt. Once it's safe to move, try to get to a larger burned-over area, which is now a safety zone. Assess yourself and others for injuries, especially burns and respiratory problems. Continue to move cautiously towards your planned escape route or towards an area where you are more likely to be found by rescuers, like a main road or a large clearing. Mark your path if you can. Let's recap the most crucial points before you go check conditions. While you're there, stay aware. If you see fire, move away from it, downhill and perpendicular to its path. Find natural fire breaks, like rivers or rock fields. If you're trapped, find or create a survival zone. Get low, cover up, and protect your airway with a wet cloth. These skills are not just interesting facts. They are tools for survival. Understanding the behavior of fire and knowing how to react calmly and logically could make all the difference. Wilderness adventures are incredible, but they come with inherent risks. Being prepared for the worst-case scenario, like a wildfire, is part of being a responsible outdoors person. We hope you never have to use this information, but now you have it. Stay safe out there, and always respect the power of nature. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more wilderness safety and survival tips. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions or other topics you'd like us to cover. See you in the next one.